guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have great news to share with you guys, especially Trump supporters. I know people who are not Trump supporters don't really care, but we care. So Donald Trump has named Thomas Homan as the border czar, So basically Thomas Homan is the formal director of immigration of ICE. So this man is not a man to mess around with. He's the new sheriff in town, and when I tell you, he is not a man to mess around with, because he used to work in the border control and done all these things like, not having illegal migrants come into the United States and then putting them back in their country. And I'm going to share with you some videos that he had a conversation with a bunch of Congress people. And this man is no joke. This man means business. When I say business, like, this is not his first rodeo. He has done this for many years. He used to be a formal NYC cop. So he knows his stuff and he knows what he's talking about. And he just wants America to be great again. He just wants people to come here legally and the proper channels. And the people that's illegally, which they are, he's deporting them. He's deporting a lot of them. And this man means business. When I say business, this man is no joke. No, he's not the one to mess around with, okay? Donald Trump did the right thing by hiring Tom, okay? The right thing. And I had a conversation with my mom last night because she was so worried and freaked out because she was paying attention to the news, listening to her friends, all these propaganda, saying that my mom's going to be deported and my dad, and Trump is going to take all these people away. And I'm like, explaining to her, you're a very smart, intelligent woman, mommy. You are a citizen, American citizen, excuse me. He's not taking the people who's American citizens. He's taking the illegal immigrants out of here and deporting them back to their country because they came here illegally. Joe Biden had the borders open and had all these people flooding in from different countries, okay? Whether it is Venezuela, whether it's Mexico, China, you name it, they've been here, and a lot of them. And now this man, Tom, is cleaning things up, okay? Cleaning things up. And I was trying to explain to her, if he wanted to do that, he would have done it in 2016. He would have done it in 2016. But you're still here. So what made you think he's going to do it now? He's not going to take American citizens out of here. He's talking about the illegal ones, the the criminals as well. Not you and not daddy. It's like I was trying to reassure her. And I told her, I told my mom, let's play devil advocate. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he does do that. We're not going to let it happen. Me and my sisters, my brother-in-law, we're not going to let it happen. But it's not going to happen, because if it did, it would have happened when he was president. And I just don't understand why people are just brainwashing other people and saying this is going to happen when Donald Trump was already president before. All he wants to do is just get rid of the criminals, get rid of the illegal migrant that's here, and make this country safe again, and make us rich again, and make us have money in our pockets. Because how is it fair that they come here and they get all these free things handed to them, and then when we try to apply it, we get denied? And we've been here for a very long time before they were. So how does that make sense? Make it sense to me. They get affordable homes, they get prepaid food stamp cards. When people try to apply, they get denied. They get $25 on a food stamp card when they get $500. Make it make sense, because it's not right and it's not fair. The working class, middle class people, they should get the stuff that they need, not the illegal migrants. They shouldn't. So I'm all for it. And I just want to be very clear. In Tom Homan's interview in 60 Minutes, he made it very clear. And I'm going to read what he said verbatim. It is not threatening to the migrants community, only the illegal. Hear me? Illegal. He's taking the illegal community out of this country and back where they came from. He's not taking the American citizens. But let's just be clear, okay? I know a lot of people have common sense, and then they listen to all these rhetorics and people are talking in the news. That's not what Tom is doing here, okay? He's not taking people who's been here for many years and who's citizens who work their butt off to support their family and themselves and for their children. They're not doing that. They're only deporting the illegal ones. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Okay? It's not like you mixing oranges and apples. So I don't know why people are getting freaked out. I have many friends that came from the United States and became citizens, and I don't see any one of my friends are freaking out or worried or scared because they know that that's not going to happen. They know that. So that's what I was explaining to my mom, like, it's not going to happen. So stop freaking out and stop worrying and just continue to do what you've been normally doing, working, supporting your family, and doing the best that you can. And just trust God. Just trust God. God is not going to allow this to happen. He's not. There's a reason why, like I keep saying, that Donald Trump is president of the United States. God's seen that all this crap that's been happening for the last 4 years is enough, and he's sick of it. He's sick of the American people are suffering each and every day, and then these illegal migrants are like getting things handed for them for free. Now, I'm not saying that God don't love his children. God loves everyone, but we got to make it fair. He wants it fair and he wants it right. And it's not right that they get everything free and handed to them, and then us middle class people wake up early, work our butts off, try to do the right thing, try to, be good modern citizens, and we get slapped in the face and get nothing back in return. No, enough is enough. So that's why I'm happy that Donald Trump hired this man. I am thrilled, I'm excited, and it's about freaking time. That's it. Clean them up and ship them back. I'm sorry. They don't belong here. And if they want to come here, do it the legal way. Do it the legal way. That's it. That's it. Do it the legal way. Because, no, they gotta go. They gotta go. They got to go. And he is the law and order, and he's gonna clean up everything. He's gonna ship people back. And this man means business. He is not a man to mess around with. He's not. And, I don't condone violence. I really don't. But if people try to come here, they should just try to shoot them and scare them off. And I guarantee they won't try to do it again. They won't try to come here illegally if they really are strict about it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying to shoot to kill. I just want to make that very clear. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if people come here, try to come here illegally, they should have, patrol officers with weapons and then, shoot the ground or whatever to scare them off so they can turn around and go back where they came from and then come here the right way. Because it's not fair for people who work their butt off, who did come the right way, who spend money on attorneys' fees and everything. Because I heard it's not cheap, it's very expensive, and there's a process. There's a process. So I don't think it's fair for people who come here the right way and do it what they're supposed to do, and then they have to wait for months, maybe years, to get their papers. And then you have these people who just, free reign, open border, no problem. They just flooded in. No, they're going to be flooding back out of our country and going back to their country. Okay, and I cannot wait. And just like I said, Trump is not even in office yet, and things are happening. Things are happening, people. So I don't care what people are saying about Trump. Listen, get over it. Get over it. He is going to make things better. He's going to clean things up. He has people backing him up and supporting him. Praise God to Trump. Praise God to people that's working for him and not against him. And just like I told my mom, and just like I told my friend Karen and everyone else who thinks that Trump is not going to do anything, you wait and see. You don't have to take my word for it. You wait and see. And I tell my friends, buckle up, buttercup, because things are starting to change, and I cannot wait till I say, I told you so. So what are your thoughts on this with Tom Homan about this new guy that he's going to be the border czar? I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, czar. But what do you think about it? Are you excited? Are you happy? Or you just don't care? You just gotta wait and see if it's really gonna happen. I believe it is. I believe this man is very serious what he says, and he's not messing around. And a lot of people are saying, well, you're gonna destroy families, and then they're gonna not be together. He's saying they can go together. If they're illegal migrants, they're going to go together with their parents. It's not like they're going to stay here and be separated. No, and it's going to be very peaceful. It's not going to be like any violence or anything. They're just going to take the illegals and deport them back to their country. That is it. That is it. And I believe it. I believe that it's going to be peaceful. I don't believe there's going to be any violence or any threat or anything. And they're just going to do it the correct way. And if they're willing to spend $80 million for the deportation, so be it. I'd rather for all of us to be safe again. Okay, be safe. And it's worth the money. It's worth that kind of money for them to be out of here. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country. I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments
is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on that, but I disagree. But I also disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone to criminality.
People for 3 decades on this.
Gentlemen, time is...
Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
So the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended 0 tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
0 tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together. You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going home. I got another message. Another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done. Why would you release 5 or 6 female children to 1 male sponsor? Why would you do that? So God help these children. God help these children. I love kids. And this administration, I don't want to hear another word about you being humane. You're putting children at risk. Record number of Americans are dying. Record numbers of migrants are dying. There's one guy who can fix this shit, and it's Donald Trump. Look, I knew President Trump was going to run before you did because I had dinner with him in Las Vegas about 6 months before he announced. And we were having dinner, and he looked at me and says, Tom, I think I'm coming back. If I come back, can I get you to come back? I says, I tell you what, sir, I'm so pissed off, I'll come back for free.
You recommended family separation,
I recommend a zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.